Hello everyone, very good morning to all of you. Yes, welcome to the platform of Unacademy, India's largest learning platform. Yes, good morning everyone. Am I audible, visible to all of you? Hello everyone. Am I audible, visible to all of you? Yes. Okay, I'm visible here. Yes, Neha, good morning. Rachit, good morning, good morning. Yes, welcome back. Welcome to the platform of Unacademy. Here we are going to provide you daily live classes, live tests, quiz, structure courses, and unlimited access with one subscription. So those who haven't downloaded the Unacademy app, I insist you please download the Unacademy app because our lectures are available on Unacademy app as well. The special classes are available only there. Yes. So let me introduce myself. Those who are new here, my name is Harshvardhan Singh and I'm having 8-year experience in the field of civil services as an educator at Delhi, Pune, and Nagpur. Currently, my lecture series on modern India and international relations going on. I already finished the topic of world history. Those who haven't watched the videos, it is available on YouTube as well as it is available on Unacademy app. Those who want to connect with me, they can connect with me through my Telegram channel at unacademy_harshv10. You will get the details of it of lecture timing, and if you are having any doubt, any query, you can ask there. Along with that, you can contact me through Unacademy app that at Harshvardhan Singh for you. Yes, these are our top educators. Please do watch their videos. It will be more helpful for you in your preparation. I hope all of you subscribe to Unacademy. Those who haven't taken subscription of Unacademy, I insist you please have a subscription of Unacademy because your subscription make us possible to make such a wonderful video lectures for you. Without your support, it is not possible for us. So please subscribe to Unacademy. Here we are providing the option of plus as well as iconic. I insist you to have iconic subscription because here we are going to provide you all the aspects of guidance including personal feedback, even the answer writing practice and all. So whenever you want to take the subscription, please use my code. My code is HarshV10 is my code. You will get the 10% discount immediately. Along with that, you're going to count as my student. Yes, everyone. So here we are providing you the option of 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 24 and 36. I insist you at least take a subscription of yearly. And yes, the plus subscription is cost around 44,550, just 44,550 as compared to any other platform. This is very low. So please subscribe to Unacademy if you want to take the iconic subscription, and please I insist you, the total cost is basically 69,500, but when you use my code it will cost around 62,550. Yes, for that you have to use my code. We are providing the optional subscription as well, so please use my code there as well. Yes, from 11th we already started the batches for 2021, 22 and 23 aspirants. According to your need, please join these batches as well. It will be more beneficial for you. It is available in English, Hindi and bilingual. Yes, we are going to provide a combo offer as well. GS plus optional. And of course, before it's too late, please subscribe to Unacademy, and I insist you again, your subscription make us possible to present such a wonderful video lectures for you. Clear? Without your subscription, it is not possible. So please have a subscription and support us. Yes, these are lectures. My lectures are available on Unacademy app. Please do watch. And yes, today we are going to discuss the Asian Regional Organization and its relevance with India. There are many regional organizations, but some of the organizations we already discussed previously. So we are going to discuss those organizations which we never discuss in our series. For example, we discuss SCO. Yes, everyone? Yes, do you remember we discussed SCO? Yes, do you remember? Yes, good morning to everyone. As no response from my means from your side for my wishes, so at least I should come to know, okay, who are there, how many people are there. Yes, Ajit. So do you remember that we already discussed the SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization? Yes, have we discussed it or not? Yes, everyone. Am I audible to you? As no response from your side, I am get little bit confused whether am I audible to you or not. Yes, hello everyone. Are you there? Okay, Ajit, you were not there. Okay, so yes. We already discussed in the lecture what exactly SEO, who were the members, how it started. Yes, when we discuss about the Central Asia. Yes, the one video lecture we already discussed that India and Central Asia. At that time, we discussed about the SEO in detail. How many members were there, how they participated in that, how China and Russia played an important role, and when India became the members of it. So we already discussed, so we are not interested here to discuss it. Along with that, we discuss the other aspects as well. Clear? Yes, Ram Kumar. Very good morning. So we already discussed, so we are not going to discuss here. We are going to discuss one important aspect, and that is related to Beamstick. Yes, in the previous lecture, I just give you brief introduction of Beamstick, what exactly Beamstick. So what exactly the Beamstick, why India is so much interested in that, and what are the benefits of the Beamstick for us? Today we are going to discuss in detail. Yes, everyone. So Beamstick was basically a concept emerged in 1997. There was a meeting in the Bangkok. Bangkok, where is Bangkok? Thailand. It is in Thailand. So in 1997, there was a meeting between Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, and Thailand, and they decided to have established economic cooperation. They decided to have economic cooperation under the banner of BISEC. BISEC. So this B stands for, of course, Bangladesh, I stands for India, S stands for Sri Lanka, and T stands for Thailand. So these are the basically initials of the country's name. So they decided to have this egg. And what's the main important aspect of it? That is economic cooperation among these states. And yes, the year is 1997. Clear? After disintegration of USSR, the world started looking forward, and yes, this is the same time when India adopted the policy of look east. So that's why our initiative was there in eastern region and mostly in southeastern Asian region, because southeastern Asian region is one of the developing area of that time. ASEAN is the most powerful organization and we want to connect with it. So these are the member state of it. Clear? So, and yes, Bangladesh is a neighboring state. That is important for us as well. So we decided to have that. But when we have this approach of BISTEC in December 97, here it was a June, in June 1997, BISTEC was formed. In December 1997, Myanmar also decided to join Myanmar. And once Myanmar joined it, this BISTEC became the Beamstick. The actually abbreviation is a Beamstick, and now it comes into reality. That is Beam, Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand. Economic cooperation. Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand. These five countries signed a pact for economic cooperation. But as you know that once any organization is growing well, the other countries are also interested to take part in that. Clear? So other country means whom? Basically the two more countries which are having close affiliation with India, that is Nepal and Bhutan. So in 2004, Nepal and Bhutan also joined it. So now what's to do? That is the problem, because you already established an organization name known as the Beamstick. So if you're going to change the name, it should not be good thing. Then what they did, they just kept Beamstick as it is. They included these two members, they kept the meaning, the word Beamstick as it is, but the full form changed, the completely changed, and the full form is like now it is a Bay of Bengal, that is for B, Bay of Bengal Initiative for multi-sectorial, technical and economic cooperation. Bay of Bengal Initiative for multi-sectorial, technical and economic cooperation. Yes, everyone? Clear? Is that clear to you? How the Nepal and Bhutan joined, but still the name remains same because they don't want to change it. It's now a brand. They do not want to change it. Instead of changing the abbreviation, they change the long form, full form of that. Now it is a Bay of Bengal Initiative for multi-sectorial, technical, economic cooperation. Yes, is that clear to all of you? Yes, is that clear to all of you? Neha, what you ask basically? Bay of Bengal means what? They consist it as a single word. Yes, Bay of Bengal is a one word, no? Bay of Bengal. So that's why B stands for Bay of Bengal. Is that clear? Yes, is that clear to you? Okay, the first summit of Bimasteck was there at, of course, the Bangkok was the place, Bangkok in 2004. And as you establish the organization, the most important aspect related to any organization for their working, that it required secretary, means it required office. Clear? Without office, you are having the organization that is one of the meaningless. Clear? Clear? If any organization doesn't have office, then can we consider that organization is going to work efficiently? Yes, can we say that? Yes, Ajit, Neha, Ram Kumar, you are there. Rest people are not having interaction, so I don't know who are they. Yes, can we consider that? Because one organization is very famous. It played most important role during Cold War. Yes, it played most important role during the Cold War, but that organization doesn't have secretary. Do you know the name of that organization? Yes, everyone. Do you know the name of that organization? Any guess? Yes, boys and girls. Any guess from your side? Any guess from your side? That which organization played an important role but still doesn't have a regional office? And that's why, because of one, it is one of the reasons which creates a question mark over their existence. Yes, boys and girls, very slow response from your side. Yes, everyone, are you there? Or you want one-way communication only? Yes, I'm waiting for your answers. Yes, any response from your side? Okay, you can think. We are going to move ahead. So there is a necessity of a secretariat, that is office, and it is there at Dhaka. So permanent secretariat of Beamstick is there in Dhaka. Clear? Next. Now these are the sectors of cooperation among the Beamstick. The first and most important is of course trade and investment. This is the most important aspect in any organization, because the without trade means without the economic interest, organization is not going to work well. So this economic interest is always there, trade and investment. Then the second cooperation is in technology. Third, energy. Fourth, transport and communication. Because if you know that these all countries are connected with each other. Yes, these all countries are connected with each other. So transportation is also important aspect of it. Can we consider the tourism? Yes, because tourism is important. Tourism is important. For what? Not just for earning, but it is one of the method to have a people to people contact. Yes, it is having one of the aspect of people to people contact. So that's why tourism is important. And this area is one of the area of cooperation among the Beamstick country. Of course, next is agriculture. How can you forget that? Agriculture is a backbone of Indian economy, as well as it is a backbone of Bangladesh economy as well, even the backbone of all the economies in the world. So we want to cooperate with the Beamstick over the issue of agriculture. Second, we are cooperating with them and they are cooperating with us on the climate change, counter terrorism. This is a new issue. Other than that, as we mentioned, etc. Is there any other issue which we can consider as a area of cooperation or the sector of cooperation between the Beamstick countries? Yes, everyone. Other than that, other than whatever we have mentioned, trade, investment, technology, energy, transport and communication, tourism, agriculture, climate change, counter-terrorism. Other than that, is there any other area where we can consider that we should have a cooperation? Yes, just use your common sense. With help of your common sense, you can answer it. Just use your common sense. I'm waiting for your response. Yes, everyone, I'm waiting for it. Yes, Ajit, exactly. Fishery, Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal, the most important. Bay of Bengal, yes. Fishery. Oh, yes, Namrata, you joined after a long time. Good. Fishery. Yes, Namrata. Good. The fishery is another important aspect. Environment. Environment is another aspect. Clear? Yes, we can consider the cyber security as well. Yes. And of course, we are cooperating with them in terms of space technology as well. Space technology as well. We are going to discover. Yes, public health. Very simple. Yes, good, 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 good. Public health. Clear? Poverty elevation and all. So these are the way through which we are cooperating with them. So you can consider the multi-sectorial. Now you get it, the word multi-sectorial. These are the multiple sector in which India is cooperating with Beamstick. Yes, Kedar, you joined. I'm very glad. And yes, NAM is that organization which doesn't have secretariat. And that's why we put a question mark over the existence of NAM. Yes, exactly. Yes, yes. So these are the areas over which India and Beamstick are cooperating with each other. Yes, is that clear? Multi-sectorial areas, is that clear to all of you? Yes, everyone, is that clear? Say loudly and clearly. If you are having question, then please ask me. When we use the word technology, technology is having different forms. Okay, next. Why India is taking so much interest in Beamstick? This is also important thing. Yes, how suddenly India is having so much keen interest in that area? The answer is basically here. Yes, yes, thank you, thank you. The answer is very clear. That is SARC and Pakistan. SARC is basically failed to yield desired outcome. SARC is basically failed to yield desired outcome. And let me tell you with very best example that SARC countries are basically discussing about the PTA, that is Preferential Trade Agreement or area, but still not implemented. Clear? Still it is not implemented. So can you imagine, PTA is a one form of or first step for tie-up, economic tie-up. If you want to give boost to the economic tie-up with the country, then PTA is the first step. Right now we are talking about RCEP. Clear? FTA is very common. We had FTA with almost all of the countries. Yes? Even comprehensive economic partnership agreement we are doing with the countries. So, but this organization SARC is formed in 1885, and still we are not in a position to implement that. So this is the way the SARC is going to progress, and India considered that no, it is not a good deal if we are totally dependent on the SARC. That is the first factor. And in the SARC, one most important problem, that is presence of Pakistan. Thus Pakistan is always creating an impediment in our path. Of course, because we had a rivalry with Pakistan and all. So that is the problem. The another important problem with the SARC and SARC member is the trust deficit. What is this trust deficit? Yes, and one most important problem, as we have mentioned, that of trust deficit. What trust deficit? Yes, what is trust deficit means to you? Yes, everyone. Namrata said Big Brother image of India. Okay. Nuclear power. Okay. Hmm. Go on. Yes, whatever you have said, it's true. That is Big B approach. Along with that, nuclear power. One more aspect is there related to border disputes. Yes, can we consider border dispute is also another important aspect? What Neha said favors the rich countries. No, no, all are poor. South Asian countries are all are poor. Yes, can we consider the border dispute is also one of the problem? It is the basic problem between India and Pakistan. We cannot trust each other. It is the same thing with the other countries, those who are having conflict with each other. So this is the problem. Trust deficit, yes. And recently, yes, Namrata, you mentioned India and Nepal. Yesterday only, Nepalese Prime Minister said, लेके रहेंगे तीन area उन्होंने कहा. They are the integral part of Nepal and we will definitely take it back. See, so this is the kind of trust deficit between the SAARC nation. Yes, what Ajit said, since India promised a lot of things to neighboring countries time to time, but India failed to complete their promises, so now other countries are less trust. Yes, but they shouldn't be scared of India. India gave 100 enclaves to, yes, 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 Pakistan and, sorry, Bangladesh and India resolved their problem with negotiation because enclave problem was very much difficult and we already discussed that into detail in Indo-Bangladesh relationship. Clear? So the trust deficit is basically between India, Pakistan, India and other countries, and yes, this approach is very much harmful. That is Big Brother approach. Big Brother approach means India sometimes wants to dominate, sometimes want, but it is not the case that India want to dominate this thing. But other countries are much weaker as compared to India, so they have that fear that India is dominating them. Clear? That is the case. Ajit said since India promised things. Yes, 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 Ajit. Exactly, I agree with you. That one more important problem of this trust deficit is lack of implementation. Lack of implementation means there are various promises, agreements made by India with the other countries and they fail to provide that. So that is the trust deficit problem between India and the SAARC countries. So these are the two factors. First, that is SAARC and Pakistan. These are the two factors which force us to think about Beamstick. And the second factor is basically track prevention. What is this track prevention? Any idea? Do you have any idea of what is this track prevention? Yes, everyone. Track prevention. Do you have any idea? Yes. Any idea? Do you have any idea? Namrata said no. Okay. What about others? What about others? Do you have? Okay, let me explain. Drag prevention is basically no, no, Kedar. It is already we have discussed the lack of mutual trust and all. Drag prevention is basically that as India is a flourishing country, but the neighbors are not. Yes, India is a flourishing country. India is a strong economic country, but the neighbors are not. So if you want to develop more, then without development of the neighbor, it's not possible. Clear? Yes, India is an economically powerful country, I just want to tell you. But the neighbors are not. And if we keep neighbor as it is. If we are not paying attention, so it is not possible for India to reach, become a powerful country. Clear? So how to avoid that? So we have to prevent the drag of backwardness, and India should support them. India should have a cooperative relation with them so that they all can flourish along with the India. Means in other word, my beloved Priyam said once upon a time, Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. Now you get it, how the drag prevention is there. Clear? So why India is taking too much interest? The first important, SAARC and Pakistan. Second, India wants to prevent such a drag. Because if India wants to grow, then India has to support the other countries to grow equally. Kedar, it is not. It is one of the aspects we can consider, that cooperation in river cooperation and all. But the other aspects are there. Yes, everyone. Is that clear to you? Now you get it. The word is very simple. Drag prevention. So we do not want to do this. So that's why India is interested into that. And the very best example when we considered about Beamstick, our main focus is on one area of India, particularly the Northeast India. Clear? Means if we want to give boost to the North Indian trade, northeastern state, we want them economically powerful, then we have to establish a cordial relation with the neighboring Southeastern Asian region. Yes, everyone, is that clear? Yes, is that clear? No question, no query, nothing. Good. Next important aspect, India and Beamstick. As we had discussed about the Beamstick and all, and why India is interested in that. What are some benefits or advantage of it? So basically, India is pushing for early FTA in goods and services. This sector is most important from Indian point of view. India is mostly interested in FTA in services as well. Most of the countries in the world are focusing on FTA in goods, but India is insisting of FTA in services as well, because service sector is India's strength and we want to take the advantage of it. So India is pushing for that because this area is important from our economic expansion point of view. Second, it will act as a bridge. Yes, this Beamstick. It will act as a bridge between South Asia and Southeast Asia. Clear? That's why India is interested in that particular area of Beamstick. Second, in recent time, India signed MOU with the Beamstick countries to establish the Beamstick grid. What's the advantage? What's the advantage or advantages of it? Yes, everyone. Yes, everyone. What do you think? What's the advantage of Beamstick grid? As we mentioned, India signed MOU with the Beamstick countries to establish interconnected Beamstick grid. So my basic question, do you think what's the advantage of it? I think Kedar, you're watching lecture lately, so that's why there is a gap between answers and question. Yes, what about the rest of the people? Hmm. Yes, Neha, then Namrata, Ajit. I'm really eager to know your answer, your reply for this. What do you think? What's the advantage of Beamstick grid? First of all, do you know what exactly Beamstick grid is? नहीं नहीं, सवाल हमने पहले पूछा था कि उसके फायदे क्या है. Answer C, visible, it will lead to you. Amrita, I'm not getting the answer from you. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैंने जो सवाल आपसे पूछा है, क्या आप लोगों को पता है कि बीम स्टिक ग्रिड क्या है? फायदे तो बाद में पूछेंगे हम. अब हमें पता चल गया है कि बीम स्टिक ग्रिड क्या है, ये आपको पता ही नहीं है. यस एवरीवन, डू यू नो वेयर द ग्रिड वर्ड यूज? यस, एग्जैक्टली, पावर एक्सचेंज. Grid is related to electricity. Grid is related to the electricity. So Beamstick grid means they want to establish the grid, an electricity grid through which power exchange can be possible. That is electric power. Electric power exchange can be possible. Yes, through this grid, power exchange is possible. What's the advantage of it? That is the most important thing. The first, it fulfill energy demand. Clear? As you know that India is a developing country and it required more energy. So India's demand is also fulfilled. Energy demand is fulfilled by them. Second, if surplus is there, if surplus energy is there, then through this surplus energy they can earn money. Yes, yes, exactly, Ajit. Energy Cooperation Forum is there. Infrastructure development would happen. First of all, the energy means it will going to fulfill the demand because India is going to produce more energy, or sometimes India is having less energy. So this energy demand is fulfilled through this grid. Along with that, if we or anybody is having surplus energy, then they can sell that energy and they can earn the profit over that. Clear? So there should not be any problem of electricity into that particular area. And as India is interested in that area, basically India is interested in developing infrastructure as well as India wants to develop industries into that particular area. Do you remember when we were discussing about the Myanmar? We were discussing, means basically when we are discussing about the ASEAN, we discussed there are four countries with which India is having connectivity and India is developing the industries in that particular area. Do you remember that? By using the grid, India can provide the energy to Northeast India and which is more affordable than. Yes, yes, yes. Now, Ajit, you are on the right track. Good, 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 good. So, do you remember that we talk about the four countries with which India is developing a new tie-ups, and that's why India is much more interested. If you know that, then this grid is basically very helpful to provide uninterrupted power supply to that particular area. Yes, is that clear to all of you? Yes, is that clear to all of you? Next, it is an opportunity for India to integrate northeastern region and propel the regional economic growth. Yes, this is our main important objective in Beamstick, because northeastern India is very much closer to these countries and we want them economically powerful. We want them to flourish, and with help of that, it is very possible. Clear? Next. Now, what are the challenges? That is also important aspect. What are the challenges to India's involvement in Beamstick? Yes, Samardeep, you are there. Good. What are the advantages or what are the challenges of India's participation in Beamstick? That will be also important and we have to discuss it. First, India's commitment to institutional building. India's commitment to institutional building, and it required more budgetary contribution because India is right now a second largest contributor. Because secretariat is there, means office is there. If office is there, then staff is required. Staff is going to work for free. Yes, whether the staff is going to work for free? Of course not. You have to pay salary as well. So if you want to run any institution, what you require? You require funds. Clear? And who is going to provide the fund? Member countries only. The most important burden is over India. Why? Because in this Beamstick countries, India is one of the powerful country, economically sound than as compared to any other country. So can we expect the same contribution from Bhutan as well? Can we expect the same contribution from Sri Lanka as well? Of course not. Because as compared to their economic size, our economy is more powerful. So that's why this is one of the challenge that India has to require more budgetary contribution while running this institution. So this is a kind of burden or challenge in front of us. The second important thing, that is growing fear among the members of India's domination, because as you know, India is powerful. So this is a logical thing, that is fear from the side of India, that if India is contributing that much, that means India is going to dominate. So this fear is there among the member states, and it is a really challenge for India to change this mindset. Clear? That is an important challenge for us. And the third important challenge, that is China factor. How this China factor is an important challenge? Yes, everyone. What do you think? How this China factor is an important challenge? Challenges bilateral issues between the member countries. China's tape trap diplomacy. Okay. China factor. Yes, exactly. What Amardeep said, China is the second largest economy. Actually, it is not a question of economy and all. It is a question of how China influenced them. And debt trap diplomacy is one of the important aspects of it. Yes, because look at the member states: Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Nepal, Bhutan. So do you know that Bangladesh is having close connection with China? Myanmar also developed a close connection with China. Sri Lanka, Ammanbota, also close connection. Thailand, it is the same thing. Nepal, same thing. So, if all these countries are having close relations with the China, don't you think so? China is going to dominate them. Don't you think so? China wants to enter into that, and once China is going to enter into that, India's advantageous position means India is going to lose that opportunity. Clear? Yes, yes, yes. China is pursuing the member countries. It is possible. China can do that. China can do that. So other than India and Bhutan, rest countries are having close contact with China, and that is the reason that it is a challenge for us how to keep China aside and how India should play an important role in the Beamstick. Yes, now you got it. Yes, everyone, now you got it. Why exactly the Beamstick? Means the Beamstick, India's facing challenges. The first challenge is, of course, India's contribution in that. Second, India wants to reduce the fear among the member states that India is going to dominate it. Means instead of big brother approach, India is wants to promote themselves that they adopted an approach of equality, yes, cooperation, and third factor is a China factor, and India wants to save her position, clear, and China is important opposition for them. Is that clear to you, all of you? Yes, is that clear to you? So Beamstick concept is clear. Beamstick started by four countries. Who were they? Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. Later on, Myanmar added, so it is known as Beamstick. Then Nepal and Bhutan also added in that. So the concept is remains same, the abbreviation remains the same, that is Beamstick, but it gets a new form, Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectorial Technical and Economic Cooperation. Yes, good. Then we considered that they had a permanent uh, secretariat at Dhaka, and what are the things they are going to do. Yes, I hope there is no question, no doubt in this. Okay, next. Next important thing is APEC. Next important thing is APEC. That is yes. What is the full form of APEC? Yes, everyone. What is the full form of APEC? Hmm. Fast, fast, fast. APEC. No response from your side. Have you ever heard about this first time? APEC? Yes, everyone. You're taking so much time. Do you know this? Yes, Ajit. Exactly. Exactly. Asia Pacific Economic Corridor. Yes, Amardeep. Asia Pacific Economic Corridor. That is APEC. Clear? What's the background for this APEC and why there is a need? Why there is a need for APEC? The background is very clear. The APEC was basically an economic integration of Southeast Asia and East Asia. As ASEAN formed, ASEAN is for economic cooperation among the Southeast Asia. ASEAN grew within a short interval of time. They established a good relation with the several countries. But what happened with the formation of EU? With the formation of EU, the Asian relation with the European trade is affected. With the formation of EU, the economic relation of ASEAN with the European countries affected. Clear? So now people were thinking on the different line. And the very best example, that Australian Prime Minister was there. He presented this idea that the Southeast Asia and East Asia should have a tie-up with each other, should have a cooperation among the Pacific Ocean. So he presented that idea, and that idea comes into reality in 1991 in the form of Seoul Declaration. So where is Seoul? Yes, where is this place Seoul? Any idea? Any guess, everyone? Yes, do you have any idea? A general question. It doesn't mean that everyone should know, but a general knowledge question I ask you. In 1991, Seoul Declaration was there. So where is Seoul? Yes, of course, Seoul is the capital of South Korea. So South Korea also took the initiative. South Korea also took the initiative in that, and that leads to Seoul Declaration, and they announced the APEC, that is Asia Pacific Economic Corridor, and the main intention is of course to promote trade, technology transfer and economic growth. Trade, technology transfer and economic growth. That is their main intention. And that leads to, in 1991, they declared the formation of it. And the first APEC summit was there in 1993. And it is the same year, if you considered, it is the same year after fall of USSR, after the end of Cold War. And now the winds of liberalization, globalization and privatization blowing all over the world. And the first APEC summit was also focusing on the liberalization and economic growth. Akash, what you want to repeat? Yes? So please tell me. Till that I am going to explain. At present, there are 21 countries in the APEC. Okay. So let me tell you once again this thing. Asia Pacific Economic Corridor. As the main aim of Asia Pacific Economic Corridor is economic integration of Southeast Asia and East Asia. ASEAN was formed, as we already discussed the ASEAN in detail, so I don't want to discuss it again. So what's the purpose and all? So ASEAN developed. ASEAN had a cordial relation with the European countries. So with the formation of EU, and EU, you know what exactly EU is there, and we already discussed EU as well. So with the formation of EU, the change in norms and everything, so this affected the trade between Asia and European countries. So once it is affected, then how to deal with that? How to overcome from that? And yes, of course, disintegration of USSR is also one of the factors. And that's why in year around 1989, Australian PM also presented this idea. Instead of having trade relations with the Europe as it was affected because of EU, why cannot we have a cordial relation with East Asia or Pacific region? And that's why this idea came into reality in the form of Seoul Declaration and announcement of APEC, clear, to promote trade, technology transfer and economic growth. So first APEC summit was there in 1993 and it decided to focus on liberalization and economic growth. And at present there are 21 member countries. Yes, is that clear to all of you? Is that clear to all of you? If it is clear, please let me know. I have one question for you. Yes, is that clear? Okay, I'm having one question for you. Whether India is a member of APEC, whether India is a member of APEC. Hmm. Yes, whether India is a member of APEC. Ajit said no, India is not a member of APEC. Okay. What about others? Yes, what about others? Can be considered? I'm yes, good. So you said that India is not a member. Let's see whether India is a member or not. Okay. In APEC, India wants membership. That means India is not the member state. India wants it. India, at present, India holds the position of observer. India holds the position of observer. Is there any difference between observer and membership? Yes, is there any difference? Yes, yes. Of course, the name itself suggests Asia Pacific Economic Corridor. So, India holds the position of observer. So, there is a difference between observer and membership? Yes, of course, because member is having full right, including voting. Observer doesn't have that right of voting. But my question is that India wants membership. Right now, currently, they are observing the position of observer. Then my question is basically why India didn't get the membership. Yes, Amardeep, there are many. Yes, exactly, exactly. There are many. That is United States, Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, China. Okay. Got it. My question is there for you. Why India didn't get the membership in that? As it is important, as you mentioned, the state, of course, basically Southeast Asian region, East Asian region, and Pacific. These all countries are the members of it. So you know who are the members of APEC and all. As we mentioned, 21 countries are there, and India wants the membership. But why India didn't get that? That is the important thing for us. Why India is not getting it? As you know that India is just one of the strong country nowadays. Ajit said geographically no connection with the Pacific. So China stand against India. Okay. Go on. Ajit said that. What about you? What do you think that? Namrata said other nations are skeptical of India's economic policy. Okay. Yes, Prashant. Research and technology purpose. Okay. India is proactive of its domestic product. India wants to get the growth in economic through membership. Yes, Amardeep. Yes, basically there are two factors which are responsible for it, and because of that, India is not getting membership. And first is basically geographical factor. geographical factor. And what's this factor? Whether India is having connection with the Pacific, any connectivity Pacific? No. So because of no connectivity with Pacific region, because of no connectivity Pacific region, there are several states put the question mark over it. They said that as India is not the member of Pacific Ocean, then why you're taking so much interest? Why you want to provide that? So this is basically one of the obstacle in our path, that is geography. The second, yes, though USA is in favor of India's membership in that, other countries are other few most important countries are in favor of that, but still there are many countries who are saying or are proposing that India is not a member of Pacific Ocean. So that is geographical factor is basically impediment. And second most important thing, and that is, yes, what Namrata mentioned earlier, that is India's economic policy. Economic policies are important. Why? Because India wants to protect domestic market. Clear? India is having some reservation, though India liberalized, but it is not the free trade or free market policy. India is having some regulation, and we have some restrictions over the economic policy. And because of that reason, these countries are saying that India is not opening their economy, and because of that, India should not be part of it. Yes, clearly, what few moments, yes, Amritsar recently held RCEP and India rejected it. India wants to get growth in economy through membership. Yes, India wants to be member because this give boost to India's economic trade with this particular region. It is giving more access to India, but the problem are two. First is geographical factor, and second factor is economic policies pursued by India. They are not that much open as compared to these players. Is that clear to all of you? Is that clear to all of you? Yes, is that clear to all of you? Any question, any query, any doubt? Okay. Now, the next thing which we are going to discuss, it is not exactly related with only Asia. So I was really confused where to discuss this thing. So I decided to have a discussion of that particular topic in this area only. Clear? Yes, this is a note for you. Whatever the organization we are going to discuss now, it is not just or only related with Asia, it is having connection with the other continents as well. Next, OPEC. OPEC. Yes, so OPEC, everyone knew about it? OPEC, have you heard about it? Yes, I know all of you, almost all of you knew about this OPEC. OPEC, it stands for Organization of Petroleum Export Countries. Yes, we can consider it as a miscellaneous topic. Okay, but still, I want to include here only. OPEC, it stands for Organization of Petroleum Export Products. It established in 1960. It established in 1916, and at present there are 13 members of the OPEC. But tell me one thing, why there was a need to establish such organization? Yes, everyone. I always have interest in such things because these questions are going to resolve all the doubts. Yes, what do you think? Why there was a need to establish such organization in 1960s? What was the case? Hmm. Yes, tell me. What do you think? Why it was necessary? Why it was needed? To control the prices? Yes, Namrata said to control the prices. Ajit said to counterbalance the Western power and to hold the self-control on the oil market. Yes. So can we consider it as to protect their interest? To protect their interest. There means oil producing nature, oil producing nations interest. Yes. Because to manage the supply of oil and afford the set of price. Yes, 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 Ajit, exactly. It was there because of the same reason as you know that Western countries, what Prashant said, to balance and control the market. Yes, exactly. Means whatever you have mentioned, it is having the crux that to protect their interest. As the Western powers were so powerful and they influence the prices, and that leads to damage or that is going to hurt the economic interest of these states. So that's why they decided to have a union kind of thing. Clear? And that union is basically in the form of organization so that they can manage the prices, they can regulate the supply. If they consider they are selling any particular product at the cheapest price, then they can increase the price as well. Clear? So because of this organization, they protect their interest. Along with that, they ended the hegemony of the Western power over oil. What was the oil crisis? Actually, there are many oil crises in the world. Actually, which you are talking about, I don't remember. Yes, Braj Braj Kumar. Yes. So why it was so? It's very simple to protect their interest and to end the control of Western world over the petroleum product. So at present there are 13 member states and we mention about the name of such Kuwait, Saudi Arab, UAE, Iraq, etc. Another question for you is or are there any country or countries beyond the Arab area? Rajkumar, basically, when we are talking about the Cold War, in the end of the Cold War, the most important topic was means just before the Cold War, that is Gulf War was there. Gulf War, it is just at the end of the Cold War, and that raised the prices of petroleum products to the sky. Yes, 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 Prashant, exactly, exactly, exactly. So, is there any country? Yes, Namrata mentioned Ecuador is a part of that. Along with that, yes, 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 yes. Is there any country? Of course, please tell me the name. African nations are there. Yes, Ecuador is there. Then I considered you. Yes, Ecuador is there. Then Ajit said yes, Congo, Angola, and one more very interesting thing in Latin America. Yes, in Latin America, one country is there, that is Venezuela. Do you remember that we discussed that into Latin American chapter, that is Venezuela, how Venezuela is important from Indian point of view and all. Yes, 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 yes. It is because of the vested interest of oil-hungry countries, and that's why they decided to join. So please remember, OPEC countries are not just related with the Arabian area. It is beyond that as well. And you know that one more country is there in Southeast Asia, which was the member of OPEC. Do you know the name of that particular country? Which was, the word is was, which was the member of OPEC. Do you know the name of that particular country? Yes. Yes, exactly. Indonesia. Indonesia was the member of OPEC for a long time. Clear? Indonesia. But as Indonesia is not the member of OPEC at present. Clear? So, this is the concept. Next, it is considered as a cartel by many. Means cartel means what basically we can consider it as a फरमान जिसे हम कहते हैं ना so whatever that they decided it is going to implement a compulsory thing because this organization is going to decide the prices of oil or along with that they are going to decide the production of that. Clear? So this thing is applicable for all. So some of them are considered it as a cartel, that is Farman. What's the objective of OPEC? So of course to safeguard the interest of oil producing nations. Second, to ensure the stability of the prices. We already discussed this point. And third, ensure the fair returns of the investment in petroleum industry. These are the three basic and most important aspect of it. Safeguard the interest, ensure the stability of the prices, and third, ensure the fair return of investment in petroleum industry. Yes, everyone? Yes, everyone. Is that clear to you? Is that clear to you, all of you? Clear? Hmm. Clear? Any question? Any query? So, my next question to you, whether OPEC is still relevant? Yes. My next question to you, whether OPEC is still relevant in the present context or it lose the meaning or it lost its meaning. It is just on the name of paper only. Yes. What do you think? No, market controls the prices. Namrata said demand and supply is deciding the same thing. Ajit said yes, it is still relevant. Why I ask you? It is a way having a purpose. It is not just a time pass. It whether it is having some importance or not. Yes, the answer is basically a mixed thing. It is still relevant. It is, yes, it is still relevant. But the second thing, but not as previous one. Because earlier it was acted as a cartel. Clear? But still it relevance because you know that recently when there was sharp fall in the prices of petroleum product, then they decided to reduce the production. And once the OPEC decided, the other OPEC members followed it. So that's why it is said that we can consider it as a still relevant, but not in the type of cartel. Yes, but not in the form of cartel. It is basically decide on the demand and supply. And the prices of petroleum product is decided by demand and supply. Yes, is that clear to all of you? Is that clear to all of you? Any question? Yes, is there any question, any query? Yes, do you have any question? Okay, shall we discuss the next? Okay, so that's all for today's lecture. Thank you very much for valuable time. Yes, everyone, please remember in the evening we have Modern India lecture. Yes, the timing are going to share with you through my Telegram channel at Unacademy_Harshvardhan, or you can follow me on Unacademy app. There you will get to know the details. Today we are going to discuss another important aspect of Swadeshi movement, that is extremist, their limitation. Along with that, we are going to discuss the background for home rule movement. Clear? So we are going to meet you in the evening. Along with that, tomorrow we are going to discuss the organizations in Africa. Clear? African continent. What are the organization and how they play the important role. And yes, if you like the videos, please like, share, subscribe, tell others to do the so. And if you really like the way of teaching, then please dedicate the hats you are having. And yes, do not forget, please subscribe to Unacademy because your subscription help us to make such wonderful videos. Yes, thank you very much.